Hello everybody, welcome back to today's podcast. My name is Alejandra and I'm accompanied by Dalia and Monet. Today we'll be talking about storms and we'll be touching different subjects such as effect on society, types of storms, what to do in case of one, and what causes them. We hope that you enjoy. To start off, we have to know what a storm is. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, they say that a storm can be defined as a disturbance of the atmosphere marked by wind and usually by rain, snow, hail, sleet, or thunder and lightning. If a storm were to occur, these would be the main characteristics that would show. There are many types of storms and they are identified in different ways. The most known storms to occur in the U.S. according to the NSDC are hailstorms, thunderstorms, ice storms, tornadoes, lightning, heavy storms or blizzards, floods, derecho storms, tropical storms, and hurricanes. If we hadn't read this article, we would have no way of informing our audience. If any of these storms were to occur, they will be easy to identify. To identify storms, we'll be mentioning a few examples using information provided by the NSDC. The NSDC says that the way to identify an ice storm is that if they start to produce a freezing rain, it would start to cover everything in its path with a layer of ice. To identify a tornado, again according to the NSDC, is by high winds with recorded speeds exceeding 300 miles per hour. The NSDC says that to identify a blizzard, if there are freezing temperatures with high winds, it will mean that a blizzard may occur. For the derecho storms, they would form a hot air mass. If these were less difficult to identify, they'd be easier to prevent. If any of the characteristics from the previous examples are presented, it'll mean that a certain type of storm is coming. If people had not studied storms, we would have no way of preventing them. We would be dead if we had not been able to identify them.
This pages say that in case of driving, if there's a storm, I will wait for the storm to pass in a safe place. If you cannot find shelter, then you'll stop in a safe place and wait for the storm or hailstorm to pass. It also helps you to prevent hail damage. If you have been in a car, you will have parked it in a garage or under a roof. If you have to park your car outside, then you'll protect it with a thick blanket. If you have been in a place with skylights close to you, you will have protected them with a thick blanket or old carpet. If you're in a pool, you will have to close it and cover it. It explains how to prevent a storm accident. You will take patio furniture, bins, gardening tools, and ornaments inside, or secure them if it happened. Close sunshades and put away parcels. If you were in the woods, you will seek shelter in a group of low trees and never stand under a tree standing on its own. If you have been in a car, you will have been best protected in a car. It explains how to prevent a storm accident. You will take patio furniture, bins, gardening tools, and ornaments inside or secure them if it happens. Close sunshades and put away parcels. If you were in the woods, you will seek shelter in a group of low trees and never stand under a tree standing on its own. If you have been in a car, you will have been best protected in a car. Don't stand in front of an open window. Unplug all electrical devices to prevent them being destroyed if lightning strikes. If you have electrical devices, then you will disconnect radio and TV cables. Put your car in your garage or under a carport.
What causes a storm? A recent study published in the Nature magazine said that scientists have been studying this environmental issue and they've discovered a direct relation between CO2 emissions and this environmental issue. The scientists have said that these CO2 emissions have increased the probability of heavy rain significantly. They've concluded that these emissions have been one of the most important causes for the increase in the power of storms, for making them even more dangerous than they were, and they've made them even more frequent. The scientists also said that if people had taken more importance to climate change in the 1990s, there would have been a completely different story to tell nowadays. They said that if schools would have worried more about saving the environment, there would be no increase in the strength of storms. If scientists have not studied the storms and the pollution, we would never found out they were related. What to do in case of a storm? If we didn't know all of the following actions to take, we would have had a lot more casualties in past storms. In case of a strong storm, it's necessary to stay inside a facility or a house or wherever you are. It's dangerous to go outside. If you go outside, you could get hurt. Most storms are light and breezy, so it's okay to drive home. But if you were driving home, you would have to be careful because there would be water everywhere and there would be a lot of accidents because of irresponsible people. If all people were willing to follow the precautions for storms, then they wouldn't be as dangerous as they are now.
That will be all for today. We hope that you have enjoyed or have found this useful. Thank you for listening.